Hey guys, Thunder E here, and welcome to my 30-day review of the LG G6. The latest smartphone from LG, and as my title details, it's basically a 30-day culmination of uses with this device. So this is not going to go through necessarily just spec by spec, but just things that I've noticed while using this device for 30 days as a daily driver. Now, I did a 1-week review, so to speak, of the G6, and you guys can check that out for some other details on there. But my comments here are based on my use of the pre-production model as well as the final review unit. So the first thing I want to talk about is battery life. Now, battery life is something, of course, it's very important to all of us when we use smartphones. And how well does the G6 handle battery life? Now, with the pre-production model, I had mentioned about 36 hours of battery life. It was pretty great. And with the final unit, I have to say it's pretty much almost the same. So I know some people have complained that the battery life is a little different. For me, I haven't noticed anything. So in my own use case scenarios, the battery life for the G6 has been spot on. Now, LG's also added a lot of lifestyle features, which is a welcome, advancements for LG, especially moving from what they have with the G5 from last year. So you have things like water resistance IP68 with dust resistance, which is fantastic. Now, some people may say, oh, I don't need that in my smartphone. I say, yes, it is quite necessary because you never know what kind of situations you end up in if you just decide to just wash your smartphone under a tap for no reason, or you're caught in a rainstorm, or you're tossed in the pool. The fact that your device is protected is always a good thing, and I do like that. Other features included this year also are wireless charging, both Qi and PMA wireless charging formats, so which means wherever you go, you can charge your G6 and you're fine. You've got that ability built into the G6. Now the G6 also, the battery itself is a 3300 milliamp battery, so you've got some really good battery life as I mentioned. But you've also got USB Type-C charging here, so you've got fast charging on the G6, and that Snapdragon 821 processor is good. It does a really good job. We saw it last year with devices like the OnePlus as well as the OnePlus 3T, and the 821 is something that's reliable, power performance is good. If you're gaming, if you're just browsing with the device, I think you get really solid performance on there. But what makes the G6 stand out is the display. LG has gone with an 18:9 aspect ratio display on the device, and something that they've tried to customize apps to fit that 18:9 aspect ratio. That is closer to Cinema 21:9, and it's nice. It's fantastic watching movies on there. If you're on the go, you're watching Netflix or you're watching YouTube videos, whatever the case may be, you really get a good framework of the size. So you kind of get that nice wide view with the LG G6. And it's a welcome experience. Also, when using things like the camera app on there, there's more space to be used on the G6. Now, speaking of cameras, the G6 has a dual camera setup, 13 megapixel camera. We've seen devices like from Huawei, from Apple that have dual camera setups, and everybody uses differently. LG really thrives on that wide angle lens look. So you can actually get a wider shot standing pretty close to an object. And for someone who likes to take photos, this is a welcome advancement. You don't have to step back. If you're trying to take graduation photo and if you've got family and friends, you don't have to go, okay guys, I got to step back that way to take the photo. You can stand close enough and switch to the wide angle, and boom, you get for instance, the whole headphone wall, which is great. And I think those kind of features really help LG stand apart. The camera on the G6 is really good. Continues the tradition they've started, all the way kind of from the G4, even the G5 had a good camera, the V10 and the V20, and also the camera application with the Pro Camera mode allows you to go into really deep details, especially when recording video. The fact that you can position your microphone in either direction, either front or back, to capture someone in front of you or yourself while talking and recording is good. I think those kind of features help bring LG forward. Now, in terms of software, the software is, of course, Android 7.0 with their own UI on top. Not a lot of added features on the software that make it stand out differently, but it flows really well. It's really fast. You've also got Google Assistant built in there, so if you want to use that, you can use that on the G6. And I have to tell you though, overall, my feel of this device has been really solid. Now, one more thing before I forget is audio. Of course, you guys know I love audio. I have the headphones back there. LG has a quad DAC variant, which sadly is not coming to the US, only a few international markets, and I was kind of annoyed about that. But the G6 does have 32-bit audio, and in terms of how well that actually sounds in terms of audio quality, the G6 passes the test. I think the audio quality in the G6 is solid. You can get a really good audio experience on there. And I think even though the lack of the quad DAC, which I was hoping to find on this device, still the audio qualities from the G6 set it apart from a lot of devices out there. I think you find that you can use different types of headphones, even up to premium headphones on the G6. You'll be able to drive them well, and you would get that kind of audio fidelity if you're like me, who likes listening to some really good music, and you have different headphones that you want to use. Now, it doesn't have stereo speakers, but the speaker system is still good enough. Hopefully, companies go back to that stereo speaker system, especially for the physical hardware, because it's just really great sound. But as I said, my experience with the G6 has been awesome. I enjoy it. I like it. Pricing is at $650 here in the US, so it's well priced for what you're getting for this device, and especially with the lifestyle features, water resistance, dust resistance, wireless charging, the awesome and super wide display where you can watch content in a really broader landscape, if you will, and also the camera that you have on the system. Really solid camera that takes some nice photos that really enhance the picture taking experience. Whether you're taking selfies or you're shooting an object with this, I think the G6 is a device that I can definitely say you can pick up and you will be thoroughly impressed with what you have with this device. So if you guys have any questions or any comments about the LG G6, let me know. I'll try and answer them for you. I've used it for a month, and I have to say it's been a good experience. So if there's anything specifically you guys want to know, I will be willing to answer those questions. Now, for those of you guys who are asking for wallpapers, yes, like the Spider-Man wallpaper, go ahead and follow me on Pinterest. My name there is Boored at Work, and my anime comic book page has all my wallpapers. Almost every single wallpaper I've used is on there. So if you want to pick up a wallpaper, you can go check that out, and you can download wallpapers that you want. And guys, we do have a giveaway. It is for the Nintendo Switch Mega Bundle. I'm doing with two of the YouTubers, Dom Esposito and Chad Christian, giving away a Nintendo Switch with a whole bunch of accessories packed into it. So go ahead and enter into that giveaway. The link for that is also in the description of this video. Now, this is Thunder E saying thank you very much. Hope you guys had a great time, and always enjoy your entertainment.